Yay.
You are welcome for a Monday morning. Are you welcome? Of course you're welcome. Everybody's welcome. Welcome, Mary.
Hi,
Good to
how
have
you doing?
I'm good. How's
What's
school
happening?
resumption for you?
Happy back to school Monday.
Now real back to school Monday.
How's that going? How's that going?
Not bad, not bad. It's same as always.
So, when did you wake up?
Same time I wake up every.
Which
So,
is?
so the thing is this issue of waking up early.
Before you tell the
No,
story.
before you
Let
talk
me
it,
tell the
let me
story.
please say it now. Especially for we who have to run an early morning show. For goodness sake, the show was even at some point at from 6 a.m. Waking up early is like second
Any other
nature
day.
to us.
Well, let me tell the story. So,
So-
there's a lady who's been trending on X, and of course it has spilled into other socials, for a very interesting reason. Now, there was first a tweet that was put out, and this tweet was, I think, by a previous person who talked about waking up early to cook for their husband.
Yeah.
She replied to this tweet by saying, I didn't used to do it, I was very lazy, but the day my husband told me that a colleague, a lady, brings an extra spoon just for him to share in his meal, she had to start waking up at 4 a.m. to prepare his
She
meal.
tells my way she just married.
Husband, she just married. I think they have a kid, a baby, actually. So 5 a.m. was what she said. Now, this tweet got the attention of so many people. Some were not so nice, as she was, some people were castigating her for, I mean, that kind of blah. Feminists, exactly.
Can we stop with
came
this
on
feminist?
board. Let's put it like it is, came on board and gave their own submission. However, there were other people who thought that it was such a noble thing to do. And because of that, she's been trending for gifts that she's been getting from brands or individuals,
Companies.
monetary generators, diapers, what else?
Organizations, I don't know.
Big gifts. I don't even know how she could, maybe they need a warehouse at this point. She shared her account balance, and it's huge so far.
Yeah.
Now, people, well, it caught people's attention. But Mary...
It's not just Mary,
Not
actually.
just Mary.
Why
A
just
whole
Mary?
lot of people thought that this was these are
Okay,
things
so-
that regular people do.
But
regular
first of all,
wives.
I would like to say I think it was just her time. This was God's way of blessing her.
I think
this
she
New
was
Year's.
just really fortunate.
Because, in my opinion, there's not actually really that big a deal. This is something women have been doing for
ages.
ages past. But she just happened to tweet about it and talk about it with a certain level of confidence. Let's say pride in the fact that she did this. But I was actually a little bit peeved.
Was she talking about it with pride?
So for you to say,
good pride.
yeah,
Good
a good
pride.
kind of pride. A
No,
good
you
kind of
know,
pride,
you
not a
know,
negative.
I'm even talking about the word pride itself, whether good or bad. But let me let you finish, and I'll tell you what I mean.
It takes a lot of confidence for you to actually come out and say, it's when I noticed that someone was giving bringing a second spoon to the office for my husband to eat. That is the reason why she decided to make that move. Was it really from the heart? Was it out of fear, anxiety of losing her husband to someone who might put something inside the food? I don't know. How sincere actually is it?
So the last line of that original tweet of hers already says it. Husband, we are just married.
Okay.
It already answers your question. And that's what I was saying about the pride. It wasn't the pride of me waking up early, because everybody knows that waking up early to make breakfast, for example, is very stressful and all that. I think for me, it was a case of misplaced priority in the sense that she wasn't more focused on, let me take care of my husband.
Let him actually be satisfied.
I think when I feed and it was more, she was more focused on
not losing
him. And that made me feel weird, because the way I was raised, food is basic. Like, when I see people talk about cooking and all that on social media, I smile, because I'm like, food is like the most important thing. You need it to survive.
Yeah.
But
even if you as a woman cannot cook, or you as a man cannot cook, you still have to get people that will provide food for you.
Yeah.
And thankfully, there are many options these days. But so for me, it was when the stuff blew up, I was like,
so you said
sweet.
something. You used the term misplaced priority, and I have to talk about Nigerians now. Yes, I'm happy that she's got that amount of money, all those gifts. It's great. You're blessed. But misplaced priority for me is the Nigerians that are donating as much as they are now. There are a lot of people reaching out to say they need money for surgery. There are kids that are out of school. There are people that maybe want to just pay for tuition maybe they have great ideas. They need support for businesses. Nobody is supporting these guys. But just because of one tweet, which we cannot even prove, We can't even prove whether it's is it true. We
You
don't
started
know.
from one
If
side
you
of
were
the
a
spectrum.
husband,
Hang on a
would you
second.
dispute
Yes.
You started from one side of the
If
spectrum.
you were a husband now, would you dispute it?
I would,
Titi.
if I was a husband, I would be a little bit embarrassed.
No, but would you dispute it?
I would
look
be
at what
embarrassed.
they've been very well blessed. Look at what has happened to them. Would they have imagined
in my
this would happen
opinion,
in
so I have to
Sorry,
ask
ladies,
December
but hang on a
31?
second.
Yeah.
You started from one side of the spectrum
Yes.
and ended up on the other side.
How?
You started by saying it's her time and she was Miss
Yes, which is great.
To this being a case of misplaced priority and we all did that and it's nothing special. But I'm thinking it this way. I believe that congratulations to everybody who does these. And of course, I hail every woman who wakes up at that time to prepare food for their wives. You guys are doing a
Husbands.
grand job. Sorry, for your husband.
Oh, no, it's fine. We know
You
we are
guys are
married to
doing-
wives.
Because we were going there. We were going there.
You guys are married to fantastic people, your husbands. Great job. But not everybody can be congratulated or rewarded. I think that in this time and age, with the way we see ourselves, with families breaking up and that being celebrated on social media, we needed that beacon of hope.
Okay.
And that was it. And like you started, and I espouse to that, it's just her time.
It's just her
God's
time.
way of blessing her. So on that note, I would like to congratulate her for standing out as that one person that otherwise can actually look at and say, oh, you're doing something for us, or you represented us well. Congratulations to her. Regarding the brands and that being not, I totally understand what
There are
you're
a lot
saying,
of people,
but I'm
so
also-
people
hang on a
don't
second.
believe people
but hang on
anymore.
a second. But I'm also saying that what I just expressed are exactly what the brands also want to hop on to help encourage more people to do.
Are you sure that's it? Are you sure it's not
Then
clout
again, there's
chasing on the
marketing.
part-
I know.
Ma-
I
It's
know.
clout chasing on the part of the brands.
When brands do that, it's usually clout
But-
It's
chasing.
clout
Then-
chasing.
But that's even on the side. Now, back to the misplaced priorities. There are many angles to the misplaced priorities.
Ay, ay, ay.
Another angle of the misplaced priorities was something you mentioned earlier about feminists. The reason many people, especially the male folks, jumped on this was because of their ego. And that's the truth, because there are so many women who tweet about, oh, I can't do this for my husband anymore. I can't do this for my husband. Though realistically, when you're not there, you're doing even more. Yes, the same people will tell you that men are scum. They get married the next Saturday.
see
So
them.
stay there and be saying men
Exactly.
are scum. But that's on the side. And that's why I'm talking about misplaced priority. It wasn't done for this woman.
Yeah, you stated that already.
Because of the fact that, oh, this woman does this for her husband. After all, many women tweet about the way they care for their husband. It was done because certain popular feminist accounts made comments about what she said, you know.
Yeah.
They responded to it in ways that many men didn't like. So it was a case of, we go show.
So it was a case of feminists against men.
We go show now. And then also the fact that, okay, so she's been talking about the fact that they've been struggling, the hardship they've been experiencing. So it was a case of, Shebi they've been suffering. Shebi this woman, they wake up this morning. All you feminists will go show you Pepe.
Let's show you.
So when I was talking about misplaced priorities, those are the things I was looking at. Like,
Exactly.
were you people doing this to encourage the fact, or you were doing it just to pepper them? Because in fact, somebody even went as far as making reference to NSAS.
Wow.
Like the matter became even really.
Well, I think it got out of control.
It got out of control.
This is not my
of
submission,
control.
but I'm asking what's bad.
I see a lot of people being helped.
I feel like,
It's not a big
I don't know,
deal.
I'm not a guy, but I'm thinking as a guy, at that point, people are blessing your wife this much, as in sending money to her this much, because she said this. She's talked about struggling so much. I would have my ego bruised a little.
You mean her husband?
Yeah, if I was a guy.
Most men will.
I would have my ego bruised.
I mean,
Yeah, for real.
Really?
But anyway, as
I
it
would.
is, they've gotten so many things
I
they
can't finish
needed.
that, but no, I disagree with you.
And she did not have to
You would
do
gladly
anything
accept all the
untoward
money.
to get it.
She just complained about how
So-
much struggle.
I married a good wife.
My own
Fine.
is this. As far as I am concerned, on the one hand, I'm happy for them. On the other hand, I'm also saying, when we do things, let's do it with pure heart, not because of trying to hurt people or trying to do things
Or
or
clout
trying
chase.
to retaliate or trying to clout chase, because basically those are the things involved.
all right, Mary.
Again, back to
I'll hear
how
that.
we started.
No,
it was
we
her
have to end
time,
this segment.
and we are happy for her.
Says a very,
yes, we are just talking about other things that
So
surround the
says
matter.
a Mary who at the start of this conversation said she was going to be rather tacit, but thank you very much, everybody. We still expect your opinion. Use the hashtag, especially on X, Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. Let's know what you think about this matter. We've given ours. We'd like to hear from you. We'll be right back. Do stay tuned.